Hello, everyone, and welcome to another session of Season of AI MCP. And today we are excited to have Garima Pahwa, graduate engineer trainee at BD, with us, who will be delivering a powerful session on AI and MCP. So, if you are looking to stay ahead in the world of MCP, this is a session you won't want to miss. So, without any further delay, I would like to invite Garima ma'am to take us on this exciting journey.
Yeah, thank you to ADC team for inviting me and having me over. It is always a pleasure to talk for them. I am Garima. I work as a software engineer at a company called Becton Dickinson. It's a healthcare industry company. I have been working in my company around MCP a lot in C Sharp. So I'll be talking around that today in this session. MCP basically stands for Model Context Protocol, which means I'll take you ahead what all it means and how we use it. I'll move the next. This is the agenda for today's session. We are going to have talk about what is MCP, how does it work, how do you use it, how do we generally use it in our real life, what are the in-depth overview of MCP features, and the real world scenario how we can use. And we are also going to talk about how do we build or connect an MCP server. There's a tutorial link that I have mentioned in C Sharp here, which I can drop in chat if people want. And Because I code in C Sharp, I have added this link, and it is a very good tutorial for you to connect. Moving on to the next slide. So, agentic coding means this word has been revolving around us a lot. Coding is basically taking in agents to help you code. I'm sure you must have heard about a term called vibe coding, which basically means you are talking to your AI, which is trained, and you are telling him what to do. He's telling you in return the code piece. I know sometimes it is not as viable as it should be because it does not tell the right things, but it is surely going to tell you the right direction or the right sense of syntaxes that you want. Agentic coding is basically we've seen massive shift in AI assisted coding space over the past few months. Previously, we could interact with clients like GHCP by asking them questions, having them help us with code completion, or even like if you go to ChatGPT or Google Stack Overflow, they'll answer those questions. Having them help us with code completion or even with using them to edit a file. Now, in Visual Studio Code, and Visual Studio also, we have agent mode that makes Copilot even more helpful. You just have to go to extensions and download the Copilot extension, and it will open a sidebar for you that will help you in talking to the agent directly. That agent mode makes Copilot even more helpful by turning into a real autonomous AI programmer. It tends to read your files that you're working on. Now, when you ask an agent mode for assistance with something, it can plan, it can execute, it can iterate on the procedure that you're asking on multi step tasks. It can execute everything. It can give you code, it can edit code, it can give you unit tests, it can give you regression tests, run tests, it can debug, and it can also give you commands like Linux commands or .NET commands, etc. That alone is pretty powerful, but is still missing a key piece: real time context. Because how will it read your direct files? How can we make Copilot aware of external databases that we are using? How can we show it the issues coming into our GitHub repo that we need to address and use it to creating the fixing PR? How can we connect it with the tools, the resources that are not part of our integrated development environment but are still necessary to our projects? So this we are going to talk about in the further section. Moving on to the next slide. So, developers have been working to come up with solutions to integrate with different external tools and capabilities. But every new integration requires its own custom implementation because it is totally based on internal like identification and everything, which leads to an explosion of custom extensions and plugins. This increased maintenance, security, performance risks, and was really difficult to maintain and scale. For example, let's take an example. If you are developing an application and want to connect to different data sources, or services, you would need to install several extensions, open several web pages, go to Stack Overflow, go to Google, search for what you need. You open multiple tabs, you tend to open multiple things, or build some custom solution. Or if your company has a bunch of different data sources that are managed by different teams, they may be all be implementing external data integrations or making different workflows or pipelines to help you settle that. They may be implementing external data integrations and differently, that can be confusing and redundant. Now comes MCP, that is Model Context Protocol. MCP is basically an open protocol that standardizes how application provided to LLMs. It is set of rules, a set of properties defined, that how will you train your LLMs to be customized just for you. So it's said that it's USB C for AI. So basically, MCP servers provide a standard way or protocol to connect LLMs with data, tools, and resources. The Model Context Protocol website describes MCP as a universal adapter for AI applications. Basically, CUSB is used everywhere, and you can use multiple wires to be connected to it. This is it. It acts like a pathway which connects your LLM, your custom thought process, and there is the MCP, and you connect it. The MCP website describes MCP as universal adapter of AI applications, as we talked. In the same way that a universal adapter lets you connect your physical devices to accessories, MCP lets you connect your AI applications to other data and tools without needing to build a custom collection to each data source. Moving on to the next slide, I hope you have understood model context protocol what it is. The important thing to remember is that model context protocol is adapting and evolving as AI changes. There is ChatGPT, so many versions have come, Gemini has come, everything has come. So MCP is also adapting to all these new AI versions that are coming. Uh, it was created by Anthropic and has been adopted as a standard through the AI community. Just a second. One second. Yeah, it has been adapted to the AI community. Moving on to the next slide. So now we talk about the parts of MCP. There are three main parts to know about when we are talking about Model Context Protocol. There are host programs like VS Code, Copilot Studio, integrated development environments, AI tools that want to access data through MCP. Basically, your thought process, your coding is in VS Code. Then there is clients, and then there is servers. Clients are basically which sometimes are the same as the host and maintain one-on connection with the servers. So middleware, your host, middleware, and servers. Now let's come to servers. Servers are very important. They are lightweight programs that each expose specific capabilities through the standardized model context protocol. You can build your own servers or use any of the server that already exists out there. For example, you can connect your directly to your database and analyze schemes, pull in information from GitHub, repos such as issues, pull requests, automate end-to-end testing with Playwright, make different pipelines, or you can even build your own servers with several software development kits, including C Sharp. So that isn't that cool? So you can directly let your server talk to the host. Moving ahead, let's have some real world scenarios on where uh, exactly this is used. So let's go ahead. Yeah. So what is a Microsoft Learn MCP server? MCP server is a remote MCP server that allows AI agents to tap directly into official Microsoft product knowledge inside your development environment or workflow. It's simple to use and it doesn't require custom connectors or installing extra components. The service uses lightweight streamable HTTP, so it works with almost every MCP compatible tool. It provides tools to AI agents so that they can surface the right information. There are focused experts. The server can search Microsoft content and return up to 10 chunks of high quality information, each with URL, title, self contained passage, some kind of information that you want to fetch. There's full technical documentation that you can come up with when broader context is needed. The Learn MCP server can fetch complete pages, giving agents richer, more contextual information than a chunk alone could provide. Code samples. Now, the server returns relevant language specific code snippets from Microsoft Learn, helping agents surface accurate code for scenarios like deployment, scripting, or configuration. Moving to the next slide. These are the SDKs, software development kits, for just with about any programming language. And here at Microsoft, we officially main C Sharp SDK, and I also work at C Sharp in C Sharp. Moving ahead, there are three main NuGet packages. There is a core base. So basically, when you want to give your code base context, key, okay, now I want to use MCP. What will you do? You will use these NuGet packages. You will install them. You can right click manage NuGet packager and just install them. There is a core base that the main MCP package uses. Model context protocol package will be the one that we use today, provides access to STD IO out of the box. The ASP net core package built on the top of this supplies support for HTTP transfers with MCPs. Moving ahead. To get started is an easy way to create a new console app and adding in the NuGet packages as we need, as shown in the command below. Next is we can bring in up namespaces because you have installed a NuGet package in a particular file you want to use this MCP thing. So you can bring in your namespaces and scaffold out our main setup code for our server tools and dependencies we have. Next, last slide that I want to talk about, which is very important, value proposition of MCP. At Microsoft, we all are on the MCP. The Model Context Protocol has revolutionized our agentic workflows, accelerating them faster than anything we've seen before. MCP seamlessly enables integration between intelligent applications and external data sources, providing a robust framework for creating dynamic and expensive responsive solutions. Building local and remote MCPs, whether you are building local or remote MCPs, Microsoft is here to support you. They've collaborated with Anthropic and the .NET community to develop official C Sharp SDK, opening up possibilities of MCPs to a million of .NET developers. With Azure API management and Azure functions make it easy to build secure remote MCPs, ensuring that your solutions are both scalable and secure. MCP tools accelerate productivity. MCP tools are designed to accelerate productivity to your agentic workflows. Whether you are a consumer or a developer, Microsoft is fully invested in MCP. They've launched several flagship MCPs across Azure, GitHub, and Windows. In collaboration with Anthropic, they are fostering an MCP ecosystem that is discoverable through the community registry on GitHub. Additionally, they offer a private, secure registry with Azure API Center and tools on Windows to manage MCPs across your devices. Next is delivery productivity across Microsoft applications. MCPs are delivering significant productivity gains across various Microsoft applications. From Azure to GitHub and Windows, MCPs are integrated into their core platform, enhancing the capabilities and efficiency of their intelligent systems. So the conclusion comes is Microsoft's commitment to MCP and their collaboration with Anthropic is driving the growth and evolution for this protocol. They have dedicated to providing the tools and support needed to build and deploy MCPs, ensuring that their developers and users are harness the full potential of transformative technology. This was my last slide, but some things that I also want to talk about is just a second. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, I also want to talk about some core MCP concepts that are servers, the program that expose tools resource to the AI, tools that is search database, run code, trigger workflows, and email query API. Each tool has its name, description, input schema, output schema. Why MCP is a game changer? We have been talking about MCP now since a lot of time, but why do you think MCP is a game changer? So we'll talk about that. It's standardized. Same tool works across AI systems. It's secure. Every tool declares what it does, no hidden behaviors. It is interoperable, means write once, use everywhere. You don't have to write it again and again. It's modular, mix and match. Servers depending on tasks, extensible. Developers can create enterprise tools, automation systems, data access layer, personal productivity tools. There's practical use cases, business, automate CRM updates, query ERP systems, generate reports, and there are so many things. How to build an MCP server? You have to install MCP SDK, that is through npm install at the model context protocol slash SDK. You have to define tools, you have to add resources, you have to run server and connect it with the client. So, some of the summary and key takeaways from this session are: MCP is an open protocol for AI to tool communication. It standardizes how AI models discovered, describe, and invoke tools. It increases safety, transparency, and developer flexibility. It enables powerful automation and integration workflows. If you have any questions, you can always drop in. But I'm done from my side. So, I think I'll just wrap. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Garima ma'am, for this session, and thank you everyone for joining this session. We'll meet again soon in the next season of AI MCP session. Thank you, everyone.